Your Majesties, I'm taking you through some stories right now in the continent. All right. We'll talk about Congo, the both Congo, like Congo, Brazzaville, and DRC, and we'll also talk about Morocco. Right? You heard about the unfortunate events that happened in Morocco. Now, after that earthquake, something happened that I'm happy about. I'm going to share with you, and also we will talk about this military pact that these three countries in Africa have signed. All right. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger on Saturday signed a pact, a military pact. All right, and we're going to talk about that as well. Now to DRC Congo, Kinshasa. It is said that the United Nations tank filled with gold had an accident, and the locals discovered that it was gold that was in the tank. Like, what is a UN tank doing? What is gold doing inside a UN tank? These are questions. Oh, are they bullets? Is the gold now bullets that they use? Or the gold have become their bread? Like the one that the Niger military collected. Has gold become bread? Or gold have become bullets? What is gold doing in the tank? This is a question that Africans are asking. You say you are in the continent for peacekeeping. You are in the continent to save people because you are so good. You come to help. Come to help people like Africans that do not know anything. So what is our gold doing inside your tank? These are the informations you won't get on the mainstream media. They wouldn't say this. They wouldn't. You wouldn't hear anything close to this. That the UN tank filled with gold had accident, and the locals discovered that their gold was seated in their tank. Moving. Where were they taking the gold to? To Europe and America. This is how they connive to steal from the continent of Africa. I think it was here that I told you that some of these UN workers were seen with gold in their possession, and the locals went into where they were staying, took their gold, removed every furniture from there, and went away with it. And they went and they were saying that Congolese stole furniture from the embassy or what have you. And I said, that's not stealing. They took what is rightfully theirs because everything that was used there is theirs. Africa have built the whole world. But at the end, what do we get? They still want to keep eating, sucking us until they would have drained us of everything that we have. This is what they do.
Wow! No wonder why the people of DR Congo are chasing the United Nations troops away. So this is what they are doing. Guys, every country that have United Nations troops, they are there looting from the people. Guess what, guys? This UN tank that you are seeing right here had an accident yesterday, and the driver died on the spot. Only for the residents and citizens to go and check, the tank was filled with gold, as you can see in the picture. But how long these people have been doing these things, carrying the people natural resources with the United Nations tank? So these people bring the United Nations in the name of fighting terrorism. How do they call it? Terrorism or terrorism or whatever it is. And then they start stealing natural resources, carrying it to that country. As you can see the UN tank. See, the bags are filled with gold.
That is the thing. And that is why everybody is asking, like, what is our gold doing in the United Nations tank? All right, are they peacekeepers or they are gold thieves? Hmm? Which name are we going to give them at this point? Because we've known them as not peacekeepers already. Because wherever they go to is problem, is war, and we are telling you to leave. You are insisting to stay because you are there stealing gold and hiding inside your tank and running with it. And that's why I said this. Remember when I was talking about the conditions that African countries go through to have an embassy, a US embassy in their countries? Like the soldiers, the United Nations American soldiers are not searched when they are crossing to any countries in Africa where they have an embassy. Just imagine what they are carrying out. Just imagine what they are coming in with. All right, to Congo Brazzaville right now. It has been rumored about two of you or three of you was talking about what was happening yesterday. That there was a coup in Congo Brazzaville, and the government came out. Yeah, there was something happened, because I wouldn't believe what the government is trying to say, because they are trying to make us believe that nothing of such happened. It's just a fake news going around. It's not fake. It's not true, because there's no way someone will just sit and start saying, okay, they've taken over, where if nothing at all happened. I believe something happened, and they are trying to see how they can curb the whole issue. That's why they are coming to tell people that nothing happened, so that people can be calm, because the moment people get to know that yes, it is confirmed, people have started celebrating already. That is even the truth. And some are asking which country is the next one, because it has become a trend. And this is exactly what Europe and America don't want. This is exactly what the French government don't want, because they know that the moment Niger succeed with theirs, others will look at it as a trend and they'll keep on. The people are tired and they are seeking for a fresh air. This is it. Everywhere is unverified Congo coup, unverified Congo coup. And there are some journalists that are saying that there's a particular number they're using confirming whether something happens or not in the government house. That number is turned down. They do not have access even to making communications. And when they ask questions, they are not giving answer. So if there is nothing happening or nothing had happened, why are you preventing people from getting information? Why? So this alone is already pointing out something. Anyway, we'll keep updating you as it goes, but as it is right now, the government keep saying nothing of such had happened. Now let's head to Morocco. Let's head to Morocco. I don't like talking about Morocco and the neighboring countries there, because they always say they are not Africans, even though they are Africans. Even though they're in the motherland, they keep saying there's something else other than Africa. So I don't like talking about their issue. But this got me, and I'm happy that we have countries in the continent that could stand up for themselves. Now, after the unfortunate situation, your handsome, energetic, intelligent Macron, he came to the king, and everybody want to help. Oh, we want to help. We want to help. So United States also offered to help, and Macron offered to help. So expecting, okay, since Morocco is in a situation where they can't reject anything right now, so they have to accept. And the moment Morocco accepts help from these two countries, hey, they will use that. They will take advantage of that and tie them down and use them to invade countries in our cable land. But the good news is, Your Majesties, the king said, please, remain there with your help. We don't want you to help us. All right? Even if they don't have anything at all. They are the last people that they can decide to turn to for help. Is this not wonderful, Your Majesty? This is good news. It's good news. That is to say, there are people that could stand up for themselves. There are countries in Al-Capo land that could stand up for themselves when it comes to French government and the American government. So it's good news. And I felt like, okay, let's talk about it here.
Despite an earthquake disaster affecting 300,000 of his own people, the King of Morocco has refused help from the United States or France. Only Britain, Spain, the UAE and Qatar have been allowed to supply aid, despite a need on the ground that locals say is desperate.
Into the fourth day, there are few miracles still to be found. Hundreds of thousands of villagers have been left to their own resources. But the king has refused help from the US and France. Only 4 countries, including Qatar and the UAE, are considered acceptable.
It felt like, a freight train had sort of started to come through.
Australian Michelle Reeves runs a tourism business in Morocco.
We've had some team members who, they come from villages in the Atlas Mountain and their whole villages have been wiped out.
An Australian charity begun by Muslims in Western Sydney is now on the ground.
And we have come within one day of seeing the news, and we are trying our level best to get people the first-line support, the emergency aid in the food. We've seen some people that they need shelter already, and many people need mattresses, and to give them some hope.
Now, the last thing is about these 3 giants right now in Africa. All right, we've been seeing them before as little countries, and the rest of them, but they've shown us that it's not about the number of people, it's not about whatever, but just the will. When the will is there, there is nothing that cannot happen. And they are giving assignments to countries like Nigeria, South Africa, all right, to countries like which other one again? Name them. All right, DRC, they're giving assignment to all these countries. Ghana, they're giving assignment to everybody. Now they came together, Uganda as well. Now, it is said in the news that the military leaders of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger on Saturday signed a mutual defense pact, and ministerial delegations from the three Sahel countries announced in Mali's capital, Bamako. It was as 7 hours after it happened that I got the information. NATO, they are trying their best. They have sucked Ukraine dry. Like they've made Ukraine a barren land. Now Zelensky is going helter-skelter. If you look at him right now, you know he's someone that is frustrated, and the hope he had in America and the other people he was trusting, the hope is no more. So they want to come turn Africa into what they've turned Ukraine. And this is where the problem comes, because Africa is not Ukraine. Because it's like Africa is in the middle, and Russia, China is in the other side. France, America in the other side. And when I say France, America, I'm still talking about NATO, I'm talking about EU, all of them, they're in the other side. So they are all struggling. Who is going to win? Because America and the French government and the rest always saying things to kick out Africa, you are accepting Russia and China, they are not going to do this, do this, do this. They're always looking for something that is evil about Russia to bring and say, okay, they are not a good ally for you. We are the good ones. They are trying their best. And then Russia, China keep giving reasons to Al-Qaeda why Al-Qaeda should side with them instead of America and the French government. So it's like Africa is just the bread they are fighting for. All right. And they are doing everything possible to destabilize us. They are doing everything possible to destroy the continent for their own selfish gain, because they know that any of the party that at the end wins the continent is going to be the world power. And America is not ready to give up being the world power. When I talk about America, I'm talking about France as well, because they are together. So they are not ready to give up. And Russia and China feels they have that faith in themselves that they have everything it takes to be the ones in charge right now. And we are their mercy, like we are just in the middle. If we do not unite as the African people and those of African descent, there is a lot that we'll regret in the future. It only needs our unity and cooperation. When it's time to voice out, you voice out. When it's time to support, you support. That is it. It doesn't take anything. The supporting, I mean, just contributing with words. It goes far. With prayers, it goes far. With anything you believe in, it goes far. As far as it is for the sake of the motherland and for your own origin, it will go a long way. All right, these are what we have for you today. Leave your comment on the section. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.